Troy G. Ward.
Troy, I'm curious what you made of the performance. You guys struggled at times to generate things offensively, but made enough plays in the end to get the 2 points.
Yeah, I would say that that's fair. I think we did struggle. It was a little bit of an extension of earlier in the week. It kind of continues. Everything's in threes. You have a beginning, middle, and end in life. And we just struggle with the beginning of everything, like the beginning of pass, receiving a pass. Like, we missed a lot of pucks. But, that's the spot we're at right now. We just got to battle through that, which obviously we found a way. But, that's the task at hand.
Dustin Sylvester, healthy scratch last game, gets back in the lineup. What did you think of his response? And then just what's been your read on him over the course of this season, I guess, as well?
Good. More consistent than a year ago. The healthy scratch was more or less, just dealing with some other issues in our locker room. We had a couple of some people, that lost loved ones and people off and doing funerals and people playing on behalf of family members. And, I just wanted to play certain guys and give them the right to play. So, Dustin was a healthy scratch, but nothing due to his play. It was more or less, it was just my decision to take him out and wanted to have a little bit more size against Rochester. But, Dustin's been great. I mean, he continues to provide this organization offense. He's become grittier. He's not a very big guy, but he plays with a lot of grit, and we've just worked on his development about his play without the puck. So a lot of things are going really well for Dustin, and we're real proud of him, and he just continues to plug along.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about Akeem Alou's little incident late in the third period and taking a penalty 180 feet from his own net when you're down a goal?
No, it's just part of the game. It's the learning process. As long as we play hard, as long as we compete, I saw it like two guys really wanted to go. That guy wanted to go with everybody all night but didn't want to go then. So I'm good with that. Keem was sticking up for his teammates, so I'm good with that.
You guys had 2 late goals today at the end of the second and at the end of the third. Was that something you guys were trying to do, or did you just take the goals as they came?
Just took the goals as they came. I feel, we're obviously fortunate today. Like Erie played a good game. Take nothing against them. We hung in there, though. You got to give us credit, too. Like, our guys hung in there, and even on the 6-on-5, we, got through some big-time penalty kills, which is one of the things that'll go unscathed probably through this whole interview process. Our penalty kill was lights out again. Like, it gave us a chance to win the hockey game. And you got to kill 3-on-4, and you got guys out there eating pucks and doing whatever they can to block, what the shots. We felt good about that. But as far as the late goals, like in the periods and things like that, I just, chalk it up to just staying with it. Like, some of the character that came out in tonight's game was similar to what had happened in the first 2 months. It felt like the old group, like we just battled, we hung in there.
You guys had quite the shootout today. Is that something you guys have been working on?
No, we didn't work on that. It just worked out that way. The only thing I would say is that we opted to go first. We took an aggressive posture, and we've probably more opted this year to go second, especially at home. But we went after it right away and wanted to get ourselves in the lead. And, we're fortunate. Roman obviously does pretty well in those shootouts. Made a nice move.
Last question, guys. This isn't the first game that you've had to play with your top scorer being either out with injury or being called up to the big club. Yep. What kind of adjustments do you make when Ben Street gets called down the street to play at Rogers Arena?
Well, it's a lot. It's a significant impact. It impacts our 4-on-4 play. It impacts our 5-on-4 play, and obviously it changes things 5-on-5 for us. A lot of things really have to do with the 5-on-4, like when we're in the man advantage. So we had to make some changes there, and obviously you can see how one guy, even without Ben Walter too, like those two guys, you throw them out of the mix, and like things are really off, especially in special teams. Like, we're not as dynamic offensively as most teams in this league, but it really hurts us when you don't take, 9 or 17 and put them out there. But, Ben's a loss to us because he's our leading scorer and he makes a lot of things happen, and I would say that he's a mark of consistency. And at this level, like, from a coach's perspective, you want to play with your guys that are consistent all the time. There are a lot of guys that play at this level that are trying to just manage 20 minutes at a time, let alone 60. But Ben's one of those, he's kind of an older guy, but he's not that many years in pro, but he manages 60 minutes pretty well. He has great ice balance. So I thought we felt the effects of that loss today a little bit in the game, but we also felt the loss of, we've now missed, Ben Walter too. That's significant for our team.
Is Walter a possibility for Sunday, or is he out?
He didn't. He wasn't great this morning in the skate at the end. So we'll just see how his strength is. It's just we're waiting for his strength to get back. I think it was the playoffs. Ben would play. Like Ben's a hard-nosed kid. Like he'll play, but we're not in a position to be near the playoffs right now. So we're just, and with the number of injuries that are happening in Calgary, I just feel like it's in the best interest we don't play guys that are banged up right now, because we're going to need to be healthy. And if Calgary takes players, we need everybody to be healthy here. So as long as we have bodies here, I think we can manage through it. But it's a significant loss for us, for sure.
Speaking of guys going up to Calgary, obviously Danny Taylor goes up to back up Leland Irving. Are we going to see any action for the new backup in the crease here?
Well, we'll wait and see. There was a point in tonight's game where I felt like maybe we had to give Barry a break. But, like I said the other day after the post game on Wednesday, we got beat 6-2 here. And I felt that, Barry hasn't played a lot of minutes of late. So I just wanted to be patient and get him as many minutes as he can. Obviously, he's very capable. He's been a part of me 2 different places now, Houston and here. And I just feel the more I play Barry, the better he'll be for us. So. But I'm not afraid to play a Rolheiser at all. He did well in camp here, and he's a kid that battled hard when Utah didn't have any goalies and needed wins. He went down the coast and got wins. So I'm not opposed to playing him, but at the same time, I'll just be cautious with Barry and be patient.
All right, great guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, folks.